Thank you. How does it work? All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dylan Goulding. I'm founder and CEO of NoTow, your parking marketplace. Now, I haven't done this alone. I work with Tan Cabra and Nick Query, CTO and Chief of Operations. Now, there's a big problem. Currently, we have two characters in this story. We have Robert and John. First of all, Robert. Robert loves going to his college football games and bringing his family along. The only issue is Robert's got to wake up at early in the morning, pack the car full of his tailgating gear, get his young kids inside, get his wife, and hit the road. Now, no one really loves that scenario, but he knows the worth of a good parking spot, so he does it anyway. On top of that, we have John. John's a student that lives right next to the stadium. He wakes up early, sits in his lawn chair, and holds a cardboard sign out that says $50 a spot. Now, he doesn't like that scenario that much either, but when he gets that $250 in his pocket for the 5 spots he sells, he leaves with a smile. Sure, he misses out on a bit of fun with his friends, but it's worth it for him as well. Now, there's a better scenario here. There's no need to hold out a cardboard sign, and there's no need to wake up that early. What have we done? We created a platform to solve this issue, to connect Robert and John. Now, Robert's able to wake up later because he's already booked his spot where he's going to park weeks before. John sleeps in as well, and he just leaves his house and goes and enjoys the tailgating festivities because his spots have already been all booked up weeks before. John's got money in his pocket, and Robert gets to sleep in. He doesn't have cranky kids in the car, and he knows exactly where he's driving to. He no longer has to take that risk of circling around the block to find that great parking spot at a price he's not sure what it's going to cost. Now, here's our alpha product screenshots. These are internal. We're going to have the beta out in a couple weeks. It'll be available on Android and iOS systems. I hope that you'll all use it, and I'll tell you why. Because Austin is a great place for this app to work. Austin has thousands of events every year, and they bring in tons of revenue. And anyone that lives here has traveled through here knows the issues with parking in Austin. We're looking to open up a whole new field of private parking. The individuals that own those parking spots can now sell them and make some money off those spaces. We have 3 main events in Austin, ones that we're looking to tackle throughout our move this year. We have South by Southwest, ACL, and UT football. These 3 account for nearly half of the revenue in parking alone. Now, that means it's a total of $63 million is spent on event parking every year. On top of that, we have commuter parking, which ends up totaling $240 million in downtown Austin alone. That's for the 80,000 who travel in daily for work. How do we make our money? We charge $2.99 to list a space. It lasts the lifetime of that space. Once it's up, people can charge whatever they'd like, and they can change the pricing as they go along. Where we really make our money is the 15% service charge to use our app. That means if you're selling a space for $50, we're collecting $7.50 of that. You're taking home $42.50. Both parties happy. Now, what that means in terms of the $300 million we pointed out in Austin, that's a potential $45 million of revenue we could do in Austin alone. Now, some of the key issues we faced during our time here were insurance, marketing, and the check-in process. We thought insurance would be a much larger deal. It ended up not being so. First of all, if there's damage to the vehicle, people with vehicles have car insurance. Same thing with damage to property. Homeowners have homeowners insurance. On top of that, we included in our terms and conditions to cover our backs as best we could. With marketing, we worked with our mentors to find ways to do this strategically and cost efficiently. We're going to try a number of things this fall as we move forward. Finally, QR code check-in. It's made the process a lot similar to verify who you have parked where. We also have corrugated plastic signs and window decals to do this, which double as marketing material. We are a go decision. Now, what we've learned through the program is that our technology is far more useful than college football. I'm not sure who of you were here for our first pitch, but we are highly focused on college football. Now we see the potential with other events as well as commuter parking. How important a team is has allowed this to be much easier on us to excel. And finally, using smaller companies to move forward. We tried the FedEx Kinko's system, and they're charging $40 a corrugated plastic sign. We got that for a tenth of the price just last week. What's to come? During our time here, we're going to be finding our customer acquisition cost, measure and limit the churn rate, as well as find ways to scale up to more events, as well as more cities. I'd like to give a special thank you to Joel Dollacy, who helped us along the way, Mark Bartholomew, Dan Driscoll, John Hannon, who made the trip down from Clemson, as well as David, Bart, and Rashi, and finally Rick, who also came down from Clemson. Thank you very much.